Welcome back. Our favorite topic is real estate, especially in the GTA. Let's bring in Mike Eppel. He is always crunching those numbers for you. Treb doing it for us this morning. Mike, how are you?
Yeah, good morning, Melanie. The numbers are coming in this morning for the month of February, and another record breaker. And for the first time ever, the average price of a resale property in the GTA is now over the $1 million threshold. So Toronto and Vancouver, the cities in the country with the $1 million price points. Again, these are average prices. So you look around and there's still very few properties on the market, even as listings did go up according to the Treb data for February, but still below historical averages. And what's selling the best right now? Detached properties. In the 905, the sales and the prices for detached properties in the 905 up 28% to $1.3 million. The fastest selling segment, I thought this was interesting, Melanie, that the fastest selling segment was condominiums, with sales up more than 60%, but prices were down by almost 4% to $632,000 or thereabouts. So that might be where people find a place if they want to buy into the real estate market. And we're not even in the springtime yet.
No, just wait.
And that's typically when things really take off. So, where it goes from here, the trend is up. to how high, I don't know.
It's for how
nobody does.
Yeah, I have a handful of friends who sold in the city, and they didn't even have to do anything to their property. It went well over asking, well over asking.
No, I'm seeing bully offers out in our area out here. You know, it comes up, and if it doesn't sell in a day, or people are actually putting in advanced offers before it hits the market. Yeah,
it is crazy to see. Okay, so we brought you the story about Joe Biden bumping up the timeline, saying, hey, listen, all Americans, you're going to get vaccinated by the end of May if you want it.
At least access to it, yeah.
At least have access, you're right. And that is moving the markets.
It sure is, because, again, it pulls forward the timeline for the economic reopening. And I saw an interesting note yesterday about how retailers are going to take advantage of this. Springtime is going to be the new Christmas this year, just because it's expected to be a spending binge by American consumers to start, because it looks as though things are going to accelerate there faster than here at home, perhaps. But again, as you reopen the economy, then things are going to maybe see a return of the roaring 20s, dare we say. And the numbers are pointing that way on the markets this morning, as the Dow futures are picking up about 250 points in the early trade.
My goodness. All right, let's talk about the numbers released late yesterday morning from StatsCan, talking about our economy. So what is this indicative of? What are we looking ahead to?
Well, look, I think we were a little bit more aggressive on shutting down the economy here than some other countries, specifically the U.S. last year, and it did lead to a larger economic contraction, 5.4% overall, even though in the later stages of last year, Stats Canada says, well, things were getting better, but we're still, in the 416, things are still, shut down for the most part, right? So it's just taking a longer time to restart. We spent billions of dollars at the federal and provincial levels on economic support. And in the next few weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a federal budget. What does that mean for the Trudeau Liberals from a spending plan? Do they have more room to spend? Do they have to be less aggressive maybe than they want to be? On the big reopen? I don't know. It's going to be really fascinating, because the economy just dropped off a cliff, and we spent billions upon billions. We're over $1 trillion in national debt now. So how much more do you go?
That's the magic question, Mike Eppel.
And we're going to find out.
Yes, we will. All right, 6:15 is your time. Thank you. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
Coming up next, here are more Raptors. Hey, they're out for tonight's game following health and safety protocols, but GM Bobby Webster says, hey, things are looking up. We're going to bring you the latest coming up after the break.